Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Engineer Wars. In this, the first of 3 special episodes from the end of last season, we challenge 16 engineers to go against each other with only 20 minutes on the clock in our Demolition Derby knockout. 2 qualifying stages where 8 duke it out in the ring, 2 go through, leading up to our grand final, with no tools, no weapons, and no explosives allowed. But before we go into the details of tonight's challenge, let's go and meet this week's teams. Let's do a run round. We got Heretic, we got Latrine, we got Crush, we got Spacebar, we got Code, as in Codename Wolf. We got Entity 325. We got Perfect Blinky.
Oh, yeah.
And then finally, Harry 1863, because that's when he was born.
Hey.
Alright then, you are starting on your first attempt at the Demolition Derby build. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin building. Well, what's Blinky up to? He's building fast. Start highlighted thrusters entity. What on earth? I did not need this. Crush, dude. Can I offer you a small modicum of advice?
Don't do what I'm doing and restart.
No, actually. I was merely going to put forward that your wheels are upside down. Latrine clearly has one thing on his mind and one thing only. And that is cheese.
Go for the wedge tactic.
The wedge
Wheels
tactic.
upon wheels upon
That could
wheels.
mean all sorts of
I
things.
choose his tactics.
Please, let's introduce some more clang to the world. Everything has gone slow as all hell. I'm blaming Blinky. Blinky has indeed seems to have invested himself in, as you say, it's a 1980s pickup truck. Not even 1980s, probably quite a bit earlier than that. I'm not sure why he wants one of these. What is this?
It's a flappening with weird arms.
This is a bad flappening. Jesus Christ. Oh God. Congratulations and good luck with that, Mr. Crush. Yeah, moving on. Whereas Blinky is like, it's kind of the same deal. Except why? Except why? Oh, quick, let's make it longer. That'll be an answer. More wheels.
I got this, okay?
So it is time to crash the server in 3, 2, 1, go. Vehicles coming out of their holes at riveting sim speed of 0.0. Someone has actually made it into the lower level of the arena. Has anyone made it down there without breaking themselves? No, 2 people are down. 2 people have massively clanged just entering the arena.
Rick, you have failed me.
Blinking coming down with his big ship, and he's clanged out on entering the arena as well. Lost his front wheels. There's a few people remaining. We've got weapons on play. The wedge comes in. Massive explosions. Somewhere in the middle of this, Harry is wriggling for his survival. Blinky is out. There's a horrible red ship from Entity just waving its limbs around like some kind of disabled insect. Someone's pulled its legs off. Bigfoot, missing both of its wheels, is attempting to do a rabbit impression. And it looks like I can't even remember who is running in the blue cheese wedge. But
Wait, where are my wheels?
Latrine is just riding the back of his own vehicle at this point. He has given up. Entity has some life in him. He has boarded. He's boarded, Harry. Boarding actions. So far, muskets not coming to bear. Line up, men. To the ropes. And nope.
I'm stuck on top of Latrine.
It seems like actually Harry now has the upper hand. He's going to deposit him on the somewhat immobile corpse of Blinky. God knows what happened to the other contestants. I assume they're out there somewhere. Maybe they didn't even leave the garages. It looks like a lot of people just never made it out of the garage. Yep, there's at least one. There's at least one that just...
Yes! Stay right there!
hang on.
Has life.
Hang on.
The Zamboni has life.
The Zamboni lives. After all
I'm
the
shocked you got it down there.
entity
Hello?
is launching himself into the sky, somehow still alive, a stick insect in the water, scrabbling to survive.
Real
I
slowly.
doubt you will.
I'm gonna kill you really slowly.
Blinky has
he's
recovered.
sticking.
Blinky is back alive. Blinky is
I
on the
will
move
take your
once
wheel,
again.
Harry.
He's coming in for attack on the Zamboni, but he's taking a word out of Wedgie's playbook and doing a bit of a spin, kind of wounding himself in the process. But the Zamboni's taking damage from the front end. Entity still flailing like a madman, and it does appear that Harry has got himself stuck up on Bigfoot, still sitting immobile in the middle of the combat zone.
Move, damn it!
Harry coming in for
Bring
an
it,
attack.
Harry!
Oh my word! Harry poking underneath. Entity's weapons looking pretty ineffectual, while in the background we have a pretty nasty collision between Blinky and, well, Blinky.
Sure, you want to go up there?
Oh!
dust.
To the sky! To the sky, Harry is on the move and he's coming back down again. Can the real wheels take it? They can! Harry's got a mind on the suspension setup. Blinky breaking his own wheels in the distance. The cheese wedge is actually back in action. Holy shit, we've got more ships in action than we had to begin with. Somehow, as the battle goes on, actually there are more contestants. I'm not entirely sure how this is working out, but Blinky is somehow just rabbiting his way across. Entity, thinking praying mantis, kind of operating more daddy fly.
I can't see out of my cockpit.
And then
You and me both, buddy. You and me both.
the Zam, making its way around the arena, breaking itself slowly.
I'm just relying on the big blue
Pretty
sky
beautiful.
to take me there.
Eventually you'll get there. Don't get near the dangerous Blinky. Oh my god, collision with the Blinky. Seems static, but he's just waiting to pounce with his rather ineffective spin action. It seems that he's lost another wheel. He is down to one.
Oops.
While Entity is sort of upside down, sort of not. I think most of this is his own doing. Harry pushing for all his worth, colliding with Bigfoot. Bigfoot acting mostly as just kind of a static destruction. Although no, Bigfoot's back in action with bouncing the rear wheels.
I can barely. There we go. There we go.
Bigfoot just showing that the USA always has something to say.
There we go.
Entity back
Hi.
upright. Harry pushing on him. Blinky, I'm not even sure what that is. It looks like someone cut the legs off a dinosaur and left him in the background to rear up and down.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Save
leave me alone.
me, Paulette.
Onto the Zamboni goes Entity. Maybe the Zamboni will be the answer. Harry will finally find a solution to how to deal with Entity. Entity flinging his legs out. The answer generally I find when you have these small insects is to pull the legs off. Pull the legs off first, then they can't fly, and then you'll be pretty much fine. Zamboni's still with a bit of life in it. The wedge.
Hey, Harry's gone. Harry's lost his cockpit.
Harry's out. Harry's actually woken himself. I completely missed this. Zamboni back in live. Blinky bouncing around. Zamboni attacking an immobile object. The wedge is, I think, no, the wedge is alive as well. Suddenly, all of these guys playing dead, and they're colliding in on Entity, pinned from the rear by the wedge.
More likely
Zamboni.
the parking brakes on.
Zamboni has anything at all? Oh, Clang! Clang has come to visit. Clang decides it's time for him to have a play as well. It is time for Harry's machine to visit the Clang workshop.
And here I thought I had
he has found a blueprint of
infinite.
infinite spin. Infinite spin
Highway
today
train.
is what we're going for.
Alright, just turned on all the gyros.
Everyone splitting back up again.
Helps to have 2 seats.
Blinky looking out of action. Zamboni, the wedge, and Entity not doing much. Bigfoot is actually moving again. This is not helpful. The moment you think a bot is out, they're
How has
back in.
the server sustained all this?
Pretty well, actually.
Oh,
What
Major
exploded?
Big explosion coming in on the rear of Entity. God
Whoever's
knows
in the
what that
green-
was.
green
In the rear
vehicle-
end, Harry is just losing the plot. Bigfoot has crawling maneuvers only, and then the wedge, looking rather like a slightly off-center Robin Ryan. Maybe going for a bit of a run-up, try and get a bit of speed to come in. Ultimate impact on the side of Entity. Poked with the legs and denied. Poke with the legs, that's the answer. It is the daddy long legs of Space Engineers bots.
And
And a wheel is gone from Zamboni.
My remote
Zamboni wheel
controls
there.
are gone, so the Zamboni is out.
The Zamboni and its remote controls is down. Somehow stalled on the rear end and just taken out by that one loose wheel.
No, it wasn't the bottom.
The wedge is in again. Poking. Can either of these contestants really do anything to each other?
Come hit a
Damage
disabled
has been dealt.
A leg has fallen off.
Fight me.
Leg down.
You say that.
No, not a leg. Looks more like. Oh my word! The arrival of at high speed Blinky
Oh, hi,
back in the
Harry.
match. The dinosaur has worked out that the front legs didn't really do anything anyway.
Sure, you want to take care of this guy for me?
Whoa, there goes the
Appreciate
wheel.
it.
And as he bucks and moans, he's quite clearly re-added wheels to this by bucking around, abusing the creative controls a little, perhaps. Will we allow it? I suppose. And over he goes. Did he have this many gyros to begin with? Seems like
I did.
This
No
seems
gyros
like
were
a
added.
blinky on the hacks, but we'll see. He's doing a good job of breaking himself at the same time, so really, anything could happen. Daddy long legs, again, as they do. Not really clamoring around the light source, more just clamoring around what he sees as prey and waving his legs. And you just think, oh, if only I had an electric tennis racket that I could somehow swat this motherfucker with. Is this the electric tennis racket coming in now? Blinky thinking, now's my chance. Poke him in the legs. Take him off. Harry's machine still flailing in the background. Oh, and the cockpit is down. That's it. Apparently, an appropriate poke in the eye will do the job.
So it's the poker versus wedge now.
Are you having
Is
fun
there-
up there, Blinky?
Is the life left in the wedge?
Is there life left in the wedge? That was
Yes,
just what I
I'm
was
just
thinking.
doing some modification
Modifications.
That's not allowed.
to the wheels, like to
Oh,
make
that's
sure
okay.
they stop turning.
You can change wheel settings during the fight because you're during the fight.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
If you're changing wheel settings during the fight, you're intrinsically vulnerable, so you're more than welcome to do it. Just expect someone to come over and go, "Hey there, here's some daddy long legs
I'm
legs
just
in your
wondering
face
who's left.
that do a better job of floating me into the air than anyone else." Am I gonna have to call this on the basis of this, like, two people ineffectually flailing at each other?
No, I just got to get his other wheel.
I'll
Well, then
get
do
there
it.
eventually.
Do
I'm
it.
coming.
I'm setting up a timer now. I'm gonna give you an arbitrary length of time that I'm not gonna tell you what it is. I'm just gonna tell you when it's over.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, over.
How much time? Let's give him.
I am clanging out now. Cool. Okay, have we recovered?
No.
Coming to get ya!
Let's give him this much time, starting now.
Entity, I'm coming for you. It may take a century, but I'm coming.
an entity for what he built. It was really, really, really effective.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I was surprised even myself.
Yeah, my main weapon was destroyed, so I just went for the sort of stag beetle approach. You flip them over so they can't move.
I was literally a Zamboni. I'm pretty happy with how long I lasted.
I probably shouldn't have picked the one thing that could right itself.
I went with more of a demolition derby instead of a
Entity, you do realize he has wheels on the inside, right?
I just gotta take him off until he can't move anymore.
Until you break.
Wait,
9,
right under my
8,
tire
broken
wheel.
yet.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Ouch.
2, 1. Doesn't matter, because both of you end up going through anyway, because as I said, 2 go through.
Hey!
And that was the end of round 1 with Latrain and the Cheese Wedge and Entity and his daddy Longlegs going through. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and please join us for the next one where we'll see round 2, a whole bunch of new competitors, and then the final episode, which will be the final where we get the winners of all the heats plus some wildcards together to see how they do when they really go hell for leather at each other. Crown ourselves a grand champion. So hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, please hit that like button for me. Really helps me in the channel out. Hope you were pleased to see Engineer Wars back. If you didn't, dislike button's right next door, and we'll catch you for the next episode coming out soon.
I believe you should open one of the channels and have people who actually want to participate go in those channels.
Oh, I'm sure. But what I think before any of that can happen, and what I think I need to demand, given there is a channel here full of I don't even know how many, it is a what? So on the count of 3, please, ladies and gentlemen. In 3, 2, 1.
This is when we start crying.
That was an experience.